Philly Vanili was really good, guys. It's like one of my favorite episodes. I really love the song. It's like one of the best songs ever. It's the best thing ever. Some people say that Pinkie Pie was being a bad in this episode, and that wasn't good. And that it was out of character. Well, I disagree with that, but I don't really have time to go into why, because you people never listen to me anyways, and I don't give a shit. Fuck you, this episode's awesome. Bitch. Twilight time. 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 Twilight. Oh, she's got an eye patch. She's like a Snake Plissken. I like the reference. It's good. I get it. I like that. It ain't easy being Breezy's was Fluttershy's key episode, even though, personally, I think that Keep Calm and Flutter On would have made more sense as a key episode, but that's Season 3. Rainbow Dash has the same problem. The key episodes are about reaffirming the value of the element through teaching it to someone else. Fluttershy and Rainbow both did exactly that in Season 3, and Rainbow even got a little trinket for it that could easily have been the key, so in Season 4, their actual key episodes come off as complete retreads, and are both easily the two worst of the 6 key episodes. Rainbow Falls, in particular, being so fucking terrible that it killed the Ultimate Warrior. Thanks a lot, Corey Powell. Thanks a whole lot. You did what Hollywood Hogan, Undertaker, and even Ravishing Rick Rude all failed to do. You son of a bitch. You bastard. Now maybe I'm being too hard on this episode, lumping it in with a shit shower like Rainbow Falls. I don't know why it just didn't grab me. Fluttershy has always been my favorite character, so I guess I was just really let down. I think my biggest problem with this episode is the Breezies themselves. They're disgusting. I hate them. They're like little bugs, little horse bugs with spindly little fucking spider legs, high-pitched helium clown voices. They're just gross little shits to me. I want to take them all, put them in a blender and drink them and gain their power. Whatever their power is. Power to be a bunch of freeloading assholes. But I already learned that from my dad. I hate this episode. The only redeeming thing about it is Fluttershy's sexy bee costume. Shaking her little bee ass. God damn. Fuck Jennifer Lawrence. I don't give a shit about the Hunger Games. If I get hungry, I'll just eat some more of these Breezies. Yeah, put them on a stick, roast them over a fire, listen to their little voices screaming, cook them over the stove like kettle corn, hear them pop. Put Fluttershy on the sexiest people list, People Magazine, Playboy, baby, centerfold calendar of the year, all years. All the Breezies are dead, and I'm sticking my dick in a bumble horse. So as I was saying, this episode gets a 10 out of 10. It's garbage. I got nothing. Three's a Crowd was an episode that I liked. It was pretty good. Seems like other people didn't like it. I don't fucking understand why. I mean, it was funny. You know, Discord sang a funny song. It was all fine. I mean, how do you guys take this show so fucking seriously? It was fine. It was good. You know... The only thing about it that was bad is that, you know, Cadence is still a whore. And nobody likes her. I don't fucking like her, you know. She's just a big lanky pink whore. You know? Her fucking long arms, her long spindly fucking legs, and her weird shaped body. I don't like Cadence. I don't like her design. I don't think she ever should have existed in the first place. She's just a big pink piece of shit. Purple. Is she pink or purple? Pink. She's got a stupid looking little crown. I mean, you know, if you look at my crown, my royal crown, which, you know, is to signify my regality, my royalty, my place above all of you. If you look at a mighty crown like this, it's obviously very regal looking, made from the finest materials, made from solid gold and gemstones, red rubies and green emeralds mined from the very depths of the Dragon's Cave in Mexico. You know, but Cadence's crown is just a fucking little cardboard cutout, paper mache piece of shit. You know? I don't respect her crown. I don't respect her royal authority. I will march on her lands and conquer them in the name of the Horseshoe Man. And I will, you know, rape her and then take her head off. I will execute her in the town square after having the townsfolk run a train on her pink ass to get their morale up after they just sacked this town, or after they just had their town sacked. That would be how I boost morale and get them to accept my reign as ruler of the Crystal Empire. I'll just let them all run a train and Cadence's pink princess ass just fuck Cadence, but this episode was okay. What was it called? The one with Spike. It was the second to last. The Equestria Games. The Equestria Games episode. Everyone didn't like this episode. Everyone thought it was bad. And I understand why. Look in your eyes so you know that I'm sincere. Everyone understands why that it was bad, because, I mean, they built up the Equestria Games all season. Multiple episodes dedicated to this supposed payoff of the Equestria Games, and then you finally get to them, and it's just a fucking Spike episode. They didn't really show the games at all, and nobody really likes Spike anyways. Yeah, making my hat backwards. Yeah, Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town. Oh yeah, I caught a Caterpie, Misty. But you know, I mean, yeah, it was a bad episode. I mean, you know, bad for the series' standards. Would have been nice to see more of those actual games and less of Spike, because no one likes him anyways. He's a fucking loser. But you know, for the most part, it was bad. But you know, whatever. Who cares if it's bad? I mean, obviously I care if it's a bad episode. But at the end of the day, you know, you watch it, and then you watch the one next week, it doesn't, you know, there's still, like, way more good episodes than bad episodes, you know? I mean, my fucking, you know, like, people, because I say, like, I don't really hate any episodes, I don't hate any episodes, but then people are like, oh, but you hated Bats, you hated Rarity Takes Manhattan, those reviews were negative. Were they really? I mean, yeah, they were. The thing is, those reviews are negative, but by the time they were out, I already didn't care anymore. I'm already, well, I guess they weren't that bad, you know, whatever. You know, you just don't have to take this shit so seriously. Doesn't matter. It's just a cartoon, you know, and it's a good cartoon, and it's still good, and it continues to be good. Doesn't matter if one episode here and there is a little bit subpar. Yes, it's disappointing that they built up the Equestria Games. They didn't show them. That was a huge missed opportunity. Very disappointing. I would have liked to, you see that. But in all fairness, they did sort of paint themselves into a fucking corner with Rainbow Dash and the team, Ponyville's team. Like, why was Fluttershy on the team? She can't fly good. Why was Derpy on the team? She can't fly even more or less good. So what's even the point of that? So they should have shown the games. They should have, you know, whatever. Who cares? That's really my thesis on every episode here is, whatever, who cares, you know? Whatever, who cares? A+. Hello, you fine folk. Welcome to another exciting, enlightening edition of Backwoods Reviews with your host, Jim Jack Jr. That's me. Now, I'm coming at you all from my awesome, fresh-ass basement, because it's getting goddamn cold out there in the backwoods, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Today I'm talking about an episode of My Little Pony called Simple Ways. Now, this is one of my favorite episodes of Season 4. It's all about them simple ways, and you know that I'm all about them simple ways. Yeah. Now, this episode's all about this cat Trenderhoof, this real hipster doofus motherfucking queer bag. He comes to Ponyville talking about, oh, I'm all about taking the mundane and making it interesting. Shit, motherfucker. That's downright insulting is what that is, you know, so already I'm mad. As soon as the episode starts, I'm mad, but see, they were very smart, because they went out of their way to design this character to be the perfect, hateable hipster doofus. He's got the whispery little goatee, he's got the glasses, shit, a sweater. It's flawless design. He's obviously designed to be unlikable, and he looks like the most perfectly hipstery, doofusy little bitch that I've ever seen. Just looking at him, you'll want to punch him in the face. Fucking queer. Now, of course, Rarity immediately takes a liking to this Trenderhoof fella. This episode's all about a love triangle sort of thing. Of course, Rarity takes a liking to this guy. That's the kind of guy she'd be all about. Shit, Rarity's the kind of girl who probably thinks Robert Pattinson's a real man. You know them Twilight movies? Hairless, no beard little bitch. Shit. Back in my day, we had real vampires, okay? Like Kiefer Sutherland. But anyways, Rarity's trying to get with Trenderhoof, cause she's dumb. But Trenderhoof is all about Applejack. Now see, now he's really getting on my nerves, because it's apparent to you, and it's apparent to me, he don't care about Applejack. He don't love her. Shit, he don't know what love is. He's a phony. That's all he is, a phony queer. He ain't about Applejack. He's just infatuated with her, because to him, she's some kind of novelty. My culture ain't no novelty, Trenderhoof. White culture ain't no novelty. Shit. Fucking queers. Now, of course, my girl Applejack ain't having that. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good, sensible Christian girl. She ain't gonna throw her morals and scruples away at the drop of a dime for some phony baloney San Francisco faggot pussy queef named Trenderhoof. Shit, so she's just like, get the hell out of here. And by the end of the episode, he's all, I'm gonna move to Ponyville. And everyone, even Rarity, she's caught on by now. Now they're all like, shit. We don't want your type around here. So get packing or something bad's gonna happen to you, just like in my day. You know what we used to do to people like Trenderhoof back where I came up? We used to get ourselves a rope, tie them up, and frag drag them down them old dusty trails behind my daddy's pickup. That's what we are. You know what I want to see? I want to see the deleted scenes of Simple Ways, where Trenderhoof is creeping around the farm, shit, lurking, trying to mac on Applejack, and all of a sudden the real Mac, Big Mac, comes up and whips his monkey ass all over the damn farm. That's what I want to see. I want to see Big Macintosh for 22 minutes whipping the shit out of some queers. Shit. That's America right there. That's Ponyville. Now this episode was written by Josh Haber, and that's important, that's relevant, and I will explain why. Because my favorite thing about this episode happens to be the way it handled Spike and his characterization. Because as we all know, Spike's characterization and role in the series is oftentimes inconsistent and oftentimes insulting to a male audience. And what I mean by that is, hey, look, the bottom line is this. Spike's in the friend zone, right? He always will be, and he's also a servant, and he's also the only male character in a show that is primarily starring female characters and is primarily written by female writers for a primarily young female audience. So, of course, the plot of One Spike is going to be trivialized and marginalized, and they will write his pain in a flippant manner. You see, I don't think that the female writers of this show really understand the gravity of the situations that they place that character in, or how it feels to male viewers watching. Now, I'm not saying that they're not talented writers. Megan McCarthy, Amy Keaton, Robin shit. Of course they's talented writers. I couldn't write no damn TV show. You want to talk about simple ways? I'm dumb. My dumbass brain only understands three things: buck hunting, picking up deer shit, and drinking past. So I've been in the backwoods so long, I don't know how to write a TV show, but I do know what I like and I do know what's good, okay? And what's good is this. Josh Haber wrote this scene where Rarity is doing her typical friend zone shit, and she has this line she says to Spike, and Spike just looks at the camera, and see that little look? That's a very subtle piece of characterization there, and it says a lot. It speaks volumes. It goes for miles, you see? Look, I don't care who you are. If you're a man, whether you're some player or what, at some point in your life, you've been friend-zoned. And I don't think these female writers understand the gravity of what that means, because, look, the female and male perspective on life is different. See, now I'm talking science here, okay? It's just like my granny used to say. Men are from Mars, and women are soulless temptresses with no agency who ateth of the apple and doomed humanity by creating original sin. That's what my granny used to say. God rest her soul, which she does not have. She was a scientist. Yes. So, what I'm saying is that these female writers, they put Spike in these situations and they don't understand how insulting it is to a male audience because they don't never been in that situation. No woman has. I know some women like to say, oh, women get friend zoned too. That's a bunch of bullshit. They don't know. Not like us. And you know that. You won't know that. So it's oftentimes insulting, but the way that Josh Haber wrote the episode, when he had Spike look at the camera with that half-cocked eyebrow looking like, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? You see, that's very important. That is some subtle characterization, because until now, we all see Spike as just this dumb kid, right? Like, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know that he's got the one-itis, right? But see, now we understand that Spike's growing up a little, that he's getting a little bit more awareness of his situation, and he's just about had it up to here with that shit. Now, he's still gonna be Rarity's friend. He's not gonna flake out on her. But when he's sitting there listening to that shit, you know he's gonna look at the camera like, bitch. That's what he did. I was like, bitch. Okay, My Little Pony, Season 4, Episode 25? 4. The one right before the finale. The Equestria Games. I think that's the... I'm not sure if that's the name of the episode. I don't remember what the name, but that's what happened. It was the Equestria Games. A lot of people seem to think this episode was really bad. You know, I don't really see what was wrong with it, you know. Just seems like typical bronies overreacting and being fucking retarded like usual. Fuck! It's cold. It's fucking freezing. I can't believe this shit. It's like May the 3rd, and it's fucking freezing down here. Oh God, my life. Hello and welcome to Horseshoe Reviews, the show where I review My Little Pony for money. This week I'll be... Hey guys, it's me, the Horseshoe Man. I gotta take a shit. You can give me $1 million. You can give me $1. You can give me 1 cent. You could pay nothing if you want. You can get it for free. I don't care. I don't even care. I just want it over and done with. And just get it all out. Get all the shit out. 4 years of my life. This has been ponies. I have to get it all out. Out of my system. I'm flushing this drug out of my system. I'm detoxing. I'm gonna dump it all on you. Just so that this episode, this was another goddamn Rarity and Spike episode where he's in love with her and she's a bitch and finds a magic Finds the Necronomicon. Necrominium. And he says, have use the book. It'll help your magic. So she uses it. She goes crazy. Her eyes get crazy. It's what do you want me to say? It's an episode. It's just another episode. It's all just another episode. I can't. You're being fucking stupid, bitch, man. You gotta cut that shit out. And I'm gonna fucking slap you. You gotta slap a hoe. You gotta slap a hoe. This episode is all about Spike learning how to slap a hoe and be a rough. Oh, Jesus! Oh. You gotta slap a hoe! Slapper! This episode's about Spike learning to slap a hoe! Welcome, everyone, to a very special edition of Horseshoe Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about... What the fuck haven't I talked about yet? Which fucking... I talked about Pinkie Pie, obviously, because that shit's... fucking... Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. The episode of Pinkie Pie Raps. I really like this episode a lot because, it was really, I thought that the jokes were really well made, well set up. The jokes were good. All the jokes, they were snappy. They were punchy. They all sort of quick. Everything was quick. The jokes were quick, and, she rapped. It was like 90s. That was funny. They even did the aspect ratio. Oh my god, this is all so fucking pointless. This is also so stupid. It was a good episode. What do you want? Every episode's good. They're all good. Fuck you. Eat a dick. Fucking shove it off. For whom the sweetie belle toils, ask not for whom the sweetie belle toils, it toils for thee. To sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come? Books! I've got all the books. I've got all the books. And time enough at last to read them all. I can read Shocker on Shock Street. I can read The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I can even read I can even read the first treatise of government by John Locke. I can read all the books. I know everything. I am the intellectual savior of the brony circle jerk. Ah! Your pussy stinks, but I don't even care, 'cause I'm a superhero. I have absolutely nothing to say about Leap of Faith. I mean, literally, I actually have no opinion on this episode whatsoever. I mean, it wasn't particularly good, wasn't particularly bad, it wasn't particularly memorable or particularly forgettable. It's not even particularly mediocre, and that doesn't even make sense. Figure that one out. It's nothing. It's everything. It's the meaning of life. It's the secret of the universe. What is Leap of Faith? I don't know. It's an Applejack episode. Flim and Flammer in it. It was written by someone. I didn't learn anything.
Huh? Oh my God, he's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
Tradia. Tradia. Can you hear me? Tradia is one of the later episodes of season 4. It's about they go to this big bazaar. It's a bizarre episode. In Tradia they go and they trade goods, right? You know, Rarity and Applejack, they're doing their thing together. You know how they are. How they flirt. So they get to this place and they're trading their stuff. Twilight is the princess, so she's got to sit. Rainbow Dash goes off with Fluttershy because they're Pegasus sisters, yo. And Applejack and Rarity, well, they're doing their thing. They go and... Oh, fuck. They go and trade shit. I hate it. I hate this. What is my life? I gotta swim away. I gotta swim away from it. I'm swimming through a river of mediocrity. I gotta reach those distant shores. I gotta escape this nightmare. What can you see over horizons? Why do the white ghosts call? Some Pony to Watch Over Me is an episode that I have not talked about yet. I mean, technically, I guess I have talked about it, basically. I mean, you all remember that Applejack video that I did? I mean, I talked about it in that video. I pretty much said everything that I would possibly have to say about this episode in that video. You know, but I mean, just watch that if you want my opinion on it. It's all the same. You realize that, don't you, that I've just been making the same video over and over and over again, saying the same things, making the same points, just rearranging them. There's nothing there. There's only so much you can dig, and I've dug more than most people. You know that. I've gleaned things out of this show. I've made connections that have blown your fucking minds. But even I have to put my foot down and say enough's enough when we fucking hit bedrock. There's nothing left to mine from it, guys. It's over. You know? This episode was pretty good. All the episodes are pretty good. Actually, I think I recall this episode being particularly funny. I remember getting a few good chuckles out of it. It was pretty good. It was really... I don't think that Applejack was out of character. Everyone says that about this episode, but then again, everyone says that about every episode, because no matter how much you try to educate people and drill things into their head, people just still don't understand anything. You know, like, oh, wow, a fucking, an orphan whose sole purpose in life is taking care of her family happens to be overprotective of a member of her family. Yeah, real out of character, right? People make me fucking sick. You know, yeah, it was a pretty good episode. You know, I've seen some people say that the best part of the episode was when Applejack wore those sexy rubber boots. Yeah, I guess that was cool. If you're a sick freak. You're not a sick freak, are you? Are you? Are you? No one ever takes into consideration that they may be, in fact, a sick freak. I'll let you ruminate on that for a bit. Fruity fucking weirdos. I'm safer in the madhouse, clinging to the ceiling like a spider. I'm out of your mind like frozen fire. What else did I not do yet? The Equestria Games. This was the episode with Spike, and they go to the Equestria Games, which they've been building up all season, but then they get there, and it's just a Spike episode, and he sings the song, but he sings it bad, and it goes on for maybe a little bit longer than a joke should go on. I don't know, because I haven't really watched it since it first came out, but everybody seemed to be really upset at that episode, and you know, I don't really know why. I mean, I do know why. It's obvious why. I mean, because they built up the games and they didn't show the games. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what could they do? Because it's not like they really could show the games. Because, you know, they kind of wrote themselves into a corner there with Fluttershy and Derpy being on the team. I mean, there was no way they were going to win. But I still think it would have been a good episode to show them anyways, playing the games and overcoming their obvious physical limitations, and Rainbow Dash having to coach the team, but it probably would be a repeat of Rainbow Falls. I feel like I've said this before.
I'm drowning in horseshoes.
Oh my God, who cares? Woo! I'm a rooster illusion.